Over the course of the week, I built a soft cutting, grass cutting, or landscaping business, and that runs completely on autopilot. If you're spending more time invoicing, chasing clients, doing things like administrative work rather than cutting grass, I would definitely implement something like this. It's a hot take, but your business could be broken and it's costing you thousands and it's costing you the ability to actually scale. How are you supposed to hire a team? How are you supposed to run the business yourself if you're a solopreneur, if you're trying to do 25 things at once? And that is like invoicing, that is cutting grass, that is maintenance, maybe payroll. You're probably working plus 40 hours, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90-hour weeks, and that will eventually cause burnout. You're trying to slowly dial back your efforts and be more of the manager of this business, run this business so the business can run without you. I cut grass for about 7 years. It was painstaking, it was hard, but it taught me a lot of lessons, and it taught me a lot of lessons about hard work and where to put your effort. I learned it's hard because of everything around the work. Now that I'm more in systems and operations, I'm actually putting all that knowledge to the test, like the 7 years of work that I did. Over the course of the week, I built the back end of a soft cutting, grass cutting, or landscaping business, and that runs completely on autopilot. And the reason why I did this is that if you're running a landscaping or grass cutting business, you're probably in two situations right now. You're drowning in admin, or you're so deep in the field that no one can reach you. This system automates 90% of the process, and there's so much more room for growth. Everything from invoicing, lead capture, review requests, and when you're ready to hire your team, it scales with you. On day one, I recorded myself building out the website, the landing page, and I built the form that triggers the entire system. Right now, it handles grass cutting bookings, fall and spring cleanups. Here's what happens as soon as somebody fills out the form to get in touch with you. Their info is captured in Notion CRM, which is a customer relation database. It just like has all your customers, has all their information, so you're not like scrounging around on paper, like where is this guy's email or phone number? You get an email that they booked in, they get an email that they booked in and the preferred time that they requested. Then the system checks your Google Calendar to see if there's spaces for their preferred date. And this is the brilliance of it. I put in a large language model so it reads your calendar, and maybe in midday you're free and it books it right in there for you. If you're not free, it sends it down another pipeline and asks you to reach out to them directly, maybe a phone call, and asks you to book them in right then and there. And then it sends a confirmation email to the client like, hey, you said the 29th worked well, 29th at 7:30 a.m. works great. I booked you in, we're coming. Another automation that I built out is the day before their cut, it sends them an email and it sends them a text message with the time so they're prepared for you when you come. Once the job is marked complete in your customer relation database or CRM, so once your team or you put like job completed, the next day at 7:30 a.m. it auto generates an invoice. And I did the numbers in my demo, but I can do them over here. So if you have like 10 to 12 13, 14 people you're visiting a day for 5 days a week, that's 65 invoices. No wonder you're bogged down in admin. So it automatically does that every single time a job is completed. It sends out that invoice. You don't even need to worry about it. The price is pre-filled based off of how big the lot is. So like you do a couple estimates. I just did some mock numbers there. So if it's a small property, if it's a medium property, large property, extra large property, you have some numbers baked in there. And this is the magic of it. If they don't pay, there's a 60-day follow-up sequence. So they get 6 emails, 7 days out. You can do 2 days out, 15 days out, 30 days out, like, hey, you need to pay your invoice. So you're not just chasing money. You're relying on the automated admin to do that work for you. After the job is marked paid, they're asked to leave a review that's like 1 to 5 stars. If it's 1 to 4, you get feedback on your business, how to improve, how to make that a 5 out of 5, right? Like it's a referral business in a lot of sense here. If somebody does great work, they want to tell other people. If it's 5 out of 5, it sends them to your Google review page so they can do a 5 out of 5 rating, and it can boost your SEO and boost your sales because more eyes on great ratings will always reflect well for your business. Then they get one last prompt. This is the automation that closes it off. Would you like another cut? Would you like another one-off cut, or do you want to make this a subscription? And this is where the admin level goes from high to low. Because if they want another cut, what you can say is, let's go on a subscription base where you can plug them in every 2 weeks, every week, take this money out, and I will give you a cut. And maybe you don't cut their lawn this week because it's a rainy day, and you can mark that in your CRM for the next time. Less work, less admin, but you're getting paid frequently. And additionally, you can do just another one-off cut. So you can set up a calendar where they can set up another one-off cut, logs into your calendar. So people are coming in, you can see, okay, I'm going to go to that person to do the next cut. And why does this all matter? Like, I've been there, not necessarily billing clients, but I had the privy of being very close to my boss, and we discussed a lot of this stuff. And this came up quite a bit. Imagine this, or you're living this right now. You're cutting 8 to 12 lawns and you come home when you're invoicing and chasing payments. With a system like this, you stop bleeding hours, right? Like maybe it takes you a week to set up and you save countless hours for your summers and get to focus on the things that actually matter and actually grow and scale. So let's talk numbers here. I'm going to break this down one level further. If you value yourself at $50 an hour, which I discussed in another video of mine, if you're interested, I'm going to do the math here. 50 times, say 10 hours of admin a week, right? That's $500 per week. And so let's $500 per week. How many, let's say 6 months you're doing grass cutting. 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, so 24 times 500, that's $12,000. That's $12,000 every single year. So if you get this set up, it's $12,000. Let's say if you run this for 5 years, so you're saving $60,000 over the course of 5 years. And that is just the money gain from it. It's not even the mental gain from it. Here's the kicker, okay? According to Landscape Ontario's 2022 State of the Industry report, the number one problem landscaping companies have is not admin, it's recruiting. So if your admin is messed up, you don't have the time to recruit quality people and to train quality people. Lawn care is a time game. I know that, I've learned that. Time is money. And here's the truth. Owners don't want to give up the personal touches, and I get that. And they're worried about how cold automation feels, or like robotic in a way. But you have to think about it more dynamically. You are offloading the things that don't take much brain power so you can creatively and thoughtfully interact with the people who are investing in you. Giving a time for a date to cut your grass or do a job doesn't require much personal touch. Now, calling that person and asking how they are and how the grass cutting went, or ask them their input and building those relationships, now that requires you, but you're offloading the brainless stuff so you can think about the quality you could bring to other people. I'm Harrison Caldera. I build systems at scale and free you from the stuff that holds you back. Let me know in the comments below what industry you want me to automate next. I'm thinking about roofing, cleaning, painting, and excavation builds in the queue, but I'm not too sure. Just let me know.